Yo, what's going on, guys? R.I.Pierre here, using that max power return on YouTube, and today we are going to be heading up the Are You Suspect test ladder with a new team that I decided to put together, featuring Bandit Medicham and Rockhead Tyrantrum. Now, before I get into this, if you would like to join the BL Loyalist Cup, the rules and the sign up link will be in my comment section below. Go check that out. If you're interested, hit that sign up button. I'm trying to start on March 6th. So now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and introduce the team. It's a very good team in my opinion. I'm not even gonna say that, but I feel like I've covered the bases here and that I'm gonna do pretty well. So we have first up we have Medicham with a choice band, pure power, high jump kick, zen headbutt, bullet punch, and fire punch. Fire punch is for Dublade specifically. Two hit it's not a guaranteed 2-hit KO with a roll. It's a 2-hit KO, and with if it switches into rocks twice, it's a 2-hit KO. So that's pretty good to note with the choice band on me. Choice banded Jolly Medicham hits just as hard as Adamant Mega Medicham, which is pretty damn awesome. There really is nothing that switches in well except for Ghost, of course, and yeah, it just destroys the tier. Now I've got banned instead of I have banned over Life Orb or Choice Scarf because of Registeel, who has T-Wave, giving me some T-Wave support. With leftovers, Clear Body, of course, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, Seismic Toss, and Protect. Mint Steel Chip, ha, because I'm that guy. We got that mouth. I'm sorry. Someone said I should do this, and I don't know why I listened. But got Golbat, Eviolite, Infiltrator, so I can get through subs and whatnot. Brave Bird, Defog, Roost, and I have Super Fang over Taunt because it's really helpful to me for things like Crest, where I can get it down to half without really having to do much at all, and it either forces it to go for Moonlight or to switch out, and it really does help me out quite a bit if it brings it in, so if it has to bring it in later and risk taking a hit from something else. So we have Sweet Scent, My Aromatisse, Leftovers, Aroma Veil, Standard, Cleric Step, Moonblast, Aromatherapy, Wish, and Protect. I'm debating on whether or not I should get Lumberry off of this and put Life Orb on it instead, because I do have Aromatherapy on my Aromatisse, but it is nice to be able to have Tyrantrum in setting up by itself, with Lumberry taking away the possible burn or paralysis by itself. After 1 DD, Head Smash is pretty much KOing the tier, so that's pretty awesome. And then yeah, so there's that. Max Attack, Max Speed, Adamant, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Head Smash, and Earthquake. Then we have Nyx Cannon, Klawitzer with Choice Specs, Mega Launcher, of course, Skull, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, Aura Sphere, Standard Spec Set, Max Speed, Max Special Attack with a Modest Nature. Hits very, very hard. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go straight into the battles this time, because I do not have a ton of time on me today. In fact, I might have to stop this at like 20 minutes, so I'm going to try to get 2 battles. Please bear with me if I'm unable to get those 2 battles, so hopefully. So, man, I don't think I've done any battles on this ladder yet today, or in general on the Are You Suspect test ladder, so I might run into some bad opponents at first, but this looks like a pretty good, pretty decent team. Looking at the team, I would assume that this is going to be a Belly Drum Citrus Slurpuff, rather than the Combine Resto Chesto set that I've seen quite a bit. Mega Banette, of course. Looking at his team, I would think that might actually be an offensive Hitmontop, because he does have Bronzong and Quagsire as well. So what I'm actually going to do is lead straight off with he has nothing that really touches Steelix straight away. I could either go for T-Wave on his, if he decides to lead with Slurpuff to be that guy, I could just go for T-Wave. If he decides to lead with his Electros, I could either protect. I don't know what I do with Electros. I guess I just get my rocks up and then switch out if he does lead with Electros. If he leads with his Bayonet, that's perfectly fine with me as well. As he does decide to lead off with his Slurpuff, which is great, because now I can go ahead and get a T-Wave off on it. So basically loses that Burden boost. If you are a as a matter of fact, he has really no choice to switch out, because this is Registeel, of course. Drain Punch from a +6 Slurpuff is not going to take me out, and you'll be slow, and I'll be able to take you out with something else. So he is going to just go straight into his Bronzong here. That was a pretty predictable switch right there. I'm going to go ahead and go for my Stealth Rock, as I would assume that he wouldn't be a Trick Room. I mean, this is a pretty slow team with the exception being Slurpuff after the Unburden boost, but this is a pretty slow team, so I would not put it past him to have the Trick Room. As he actually goes back into Slurpuff, I don't understand that play at all. I'm just going to go straight for T-Wave again. I could go for Seismic Toss if I really felt like it, but actually no, I'm gonna go for Seismic Toss just to get a bit of damage off on something. So good 100 damage off on something, as even if he does, as he goes for the substitute rather than to yeah, I don't understand this, but I would think this is probably a Subcom Mind variant with Flamethrower, so that would actually that wouldn't spell trouble for me. But as he is the belly drum set, so I don't know. But he's now out of range. I could actually just take him out with a Seismic Toss, but I'm actually going to go for T-Wave here. Reason being, he has Drain Punch at +6. I'm not sure actually. I have 2 clients open because I have I'm on 2 different accounts at the moment. So let me find the calc. Slurpuff. Are you belly drum? Against Regi Steel. Are you especially defensive? Let's put Drain Punch on the set. And we scroll back up. Drain Punch at, oh whoops, lost the +6. Wow, okay, that is actually that's pretty much a one, oh damn it, that's pretty much a one-hit KO. I don't know what I was thinking there. But I can actually switch to my Golbat safely because it is physically defensive, and ooh, but then I get KO by return. Ah man, this is trouble. This really is trouble. I should have gone for T-Wave last, right just then. But I do have Bullet Punch on Medicham, so I think I'm actually just gonna fodder this. Yeah, I already outspeed the team with Medicham anyway, so it really doesn't matter to me. I could just go for T-Wave, and I'm just going to go for Seismic Toss. That really is nothing else. I'm going to hit the timer myself because I am taking quite a bit of time, and he is taking a little bit of time himself. As he does go for the Drain Punch, one-hit KOs me. Yeah, I was figuring that. So what do? Medicham. Choice Band. Oh, let me pause while I do the calc. So yeah, my best play there would have been to go into my Golbat. That was a misplay on my part, but I just need a little bit of chip damage on it, so that from Golbat, so that I can go ahead and take care of it with my Medicham's damn, what am I saying? What was I gonna say? I don't even know anymore. With my Medicham's Bullet Punch, there we go. So hopefully I can live one with the Eviolite, but I really doubt it. He's got Substitute and he has Belly Drum, so I would Play Rough and whatchamacallit already given. So I do get the Brave Bird off on the Slurpuff. I am just gonna let him take my Golbat out because then I can switch into my as a matter of fact, Play Rough doesn't KO me. I could actually just go for Roost here. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna go straight for Brave Bird. I really don't need my Golbat at all. So yeah, there's nothing else on his team that I could really see doing anything. As he goes for Substitute, I'm Infiltrator, so he just killed himself, and that's very nice for me. So I should have done this in the first place. I should have known he had Drain Punch. That was my fault. That is my fault entirely. Drain Punch would do nothing to Golbat anyway. Play Rough it actually did more than it would have done more anyway. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was gonna say, but Electros is here. Tyrantrum. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go into Tyrantrum here, as I don't know if he'll predict it, but it really is my only actual switch in I have to his Electros, if it's special, especially. But I would assume you go for Thunder Punch or for the he goes for Volt Switch. That did a lot of damage. Wow. But my special defense is non-existent, so it really didn't do as much as it I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But he really has no switching, except for maybe his Quagsire, as Quagsire is unaware, of course. And there it is. So what should I do? Probably gonna go ahead and fire off. You're probably gonna go ahead and go for an earthquake here. What I'm gonna do here is actually go into my Golbat. Yeah, that would actually be my best play. Go to my Golbat and then get a switch off into, and then probably double switch into my not Cham. As he goes for Yawn, that's annoying, but at least it does. I'm gonna let my Golbat go to sleep here. Give me a switch back into. Bronzong is paralyzed. Quagsire's out. I really don't know what to do against this team. I haven't played this tier in a long time. So I'm gonna go for Roost here, as he is. I'm just gonna go to sleep because of the second turn after the Yawn. He has his paralysis. I'm actually going to. I could go into Medicham, but I'm going to go ahead and go into Glitchxcity, because it does have the bulk to take a hit or two. Really, Quagsire, I would assume it wouldn't have, as he is paralyzed. It's very good for me. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Scald, as I would assume that his Quagsire wouldn't have, whatchamacallit. I would assume his Quagsire is unaware, and not, with the way he brought his Quagsire in on my, Tyrantrum, I would assume that it is actually a unaware and not water absorb. As he goes for Light Screen, that's annoying. That's going to be very annoying later on. And since no leftovers have activated, I'm going to assume that this is a Light Clay Bronzong. But I do have 2 physical sweepers that are still around, and Hitmontop is here, and I get no Intimidate, so I was right. This is Technician. This is a offensive Hitmontop. So I have no use for Aromatisse really in this match. Maybe just to pass the Wish off into my Tyrantrum. But I'm actually gonna go to my Golbat. If he does turn out to be like a Rock Slide Hitmontop, that's fine with me. And yeah, I'm gonna go. Well, okay. We're moving pretty quickly. As he goes for Triple Kick. He went for Triple Kick, and he's Life Orb Hitmontop. That's what I thought. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna defog, because I really don't. I want my rocks to keep pressure on him, and nothing else on my team really minds it too much anyway. And yeah, it's really about it. It's the size of it. So Bronzong can't take. He has nothing on his team that can take that can really afford to take a Brave Bird, except for his Electros. So that's fine with me. As he goes into his Electros, I burn a turn of sleep, which is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and actually switch into my Aromatisse, as he's probably gonna want to Volt Switch out again. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Aromatisse. Whenever I'm able to get my Medicham in, I pretty much just click Zen Headbutt and win against everything on his team, because it outspeeds everything, and really Bayonet is the only thing that could possibly stop me, if it has Protect before it Mega Evolves, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause until he makes a move. Alright, so I do pull the switch to my Aromatisse as he does Volt Switch out. That is definitely a Specs Electros. That's 32% to my specially defensive Aromatisse. That's definitely Specs. So yeah, we're not playing that. So he's gonna go into his Bayonet here. What I'm gonna do here is actually go for a Wish, and then I'm just gonna go for a Wish here. I don't need my Glitchxcity to win, so I'm probably just gonna end up firing off a Dark Pulse onto his, as he goes for Shadow Claw on my Aromatisse, and yeah, that's fine. I don't mind you at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Tyrantrum. Can Tyrantrum live one? That's the thing. It's got much higher defense than Aromatisse, and Aromatisse took Aromatisse took half, I think. Yeah, just under half from that Shadow Claw. But it has much lower defense than my Tyrantrum, but Tyrantrum has a clean 101 less HP than Aromatisse. I don't know what to do, to be quite honest. I think I'm gonna make that play. I'm gonna try to go into Tyrantrum. If that does not work out for me, I can go into my Glitchxcity, and Glitchxcity doesn't care about Bayonet at all. The light screen is set to go off after this turn, so I will actually be okay. So that's fine. So let's see how my Shadow Claw does. As he goes for knockoff, that's annoying because my Lumberry really is what I really need that Lumberry because of he's probably gonna go ahead and whisk me here now, but I do no longer need this. I no longer need my king, Tyrantrum, my king. So I'm just gonna fire off a head smash or something. Then he's probably gonna revenge kill me with Hitmontop if he doesn't Will-O-Wisp me as he does, and he hits it, which sucks. Still did 51%. Good lord. Oh my lord, that still did 51%. That is bananas. So Bayonet's probably gonna go for a Shadow Claw, Shatter Sneak, or he's gonna go for a Destiny Bond because he really doesn't want me to do. But he actually chooses to go into his Quagsire here. It's actually a pretty good play. I'm actually going to choose to fodder off my Tyrantrum and go into my Klawitzer. Yeah, I feel like that's the best play for me to make at this point. Just hit it with Dragon Claws. As Head Smash only did 13%, but it is resisted by the Quagsire. 16% from Dragon Claw. Scald gets the crit and KOs me in one turn. So what I'm going to do here is go into my Klawitzer. And I can Dark Pulse pretty much everything because his Hitmontop is at 42%. And yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I could ORAS, but his Bayonet is still around, that's an issue for me. Once Bayonet is gone, I'm actually quite content with where I am. Let me see how much speed Electros has. It has 50. Klawitzer has 59. I don't know what I'm gonna do if these Electros might outspeed me. That's definitely a Specs Electros though. If it's modest Specs, I outspeed and I think I KO with Dark Pulse, as he actually just chooses to fodder off his Bronzong here. So I could fodder my Aromatisse if necessary to his Electros, and yeah, we'll continue from there. And Medicham outspeeds the team, so once his Bayonet is gone, I can high jump kick the rest of his team and win the game with Medicham. But if I can't do that, then I'm actually in a lot of trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my Aromatisse here to fodder it off. I could actually go into my Golbat too. In fact, that actually might be the better option for me here. To go into my Golbat, save the Aromatisse for fodder later on, as it does have less HP. Also, Golbat gets another turn of its sleep off. I can go for a Roost and then Super Fang. Either Super Fang is Quagsire or go for Brave Bird. Either way, I don't know. Let's see what he goes for. As he chooses to go for Fake Out instead. That's definitely a Technician Hitmontop, but there really is nothing I can do about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for. I'm not gonna go for Roost actually. Let's go for Brave Bird. I'm gonna go straight for Brave Bird because I do want my Golbat to end up going down here. We'll see what his Hitmontop can do to my Golbat, and if really. Hitmontop's max speed is 262, so really this is troubling. As he goes for Aerial Ace. So now I'm going to take myself out and Hitmontop out with that. Oh my lord, are you kidding me? If he goes into Quagsire, I'm going to be very upset because that shouldn't have happened. That really shouldn't have happened. That bites so much. You don't realize how terrible it is that he survived that, because I really wanted it to go down. And now Quagsire is going to come in and he's going to be himself and just... I'm going to go for Roost and then Super Fang the Quagsire. Yeah, that's actually my best option. If I had gone down with Golbat, I could have gone back out into my Klawitzer instantly, as he actually goes for Scald instead of going for... So I'm going to go for Super Fang here, as he's probably going to start trying to recover. If he does start trying to recover, I'm just going to Roost up and defog the hazards away, because there really is no point to me having them up anymore. As he actually goes for Scald, get the burn please. Nope, okay. So I'm going to defog the hazards away now, just to keep my Pokemon as fresh as possible. What I could do is, after I get Golbat out, go into my Aromatisse and get a Wish Up. As he's just going to take out my Golbat. Okay, maybe not. I'm actually going to go ahead and let Golbat go down here. Actually, not even. Let's go for Roost and see if he decides to go for Recover. Because if he decides to go for Recover, I want to hit him with a Super Fang. This is taking a while. This is really taking a long time. I hate battles that take so long. But I promise I'll do at least one more. As he goes for the Scald here, does he get the burn? No, he doesn't. So I'm just going to fire off a Brave Bird. I'm just going to keep Brave Birding this Quagsire until he either chooses to switch out or to well, he really doesn't lose anything by switching out anymore because he doesn't have rocks on his side of the field anymore. Oh, I did 22. That's not even that bad. Go for Scald. Burn. Nope. Okay. Alright, let's go for Brave Bird again. My Golbat should be gone by now. It really is. This is taking too long. I need my Glitchxcity to take care of this Quagsire for me. So, as he goes for Scald and takes me out, that's fine. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do here is go into my Glitchxcity. I don't know if I can live a Specs Volt Switch with it though. That's the thing. So I will have to sacrifice my Aromatisse if he decides to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for Dark Pulse with my Glitchxcity. He has no switch into Dark Pulse. Yeah, I do just win the game here. If he goes into his Electros after this, I win the game by I basically win the game by sacrificing Aromatisse and then switching into my Medicham, which will one-hit KO it from 76% with a high jump kick. And following Aromatisse now. And then, yeah, I pretty much win the game from here. So I have a few things. Well, hold on, we'll see what happens. Let's go for Volt Switch. He goes for Giga Drain. I know that you're Specs. Or are you E-Belt? Could be. No, there's definitely... Let me see Electros' stats again. 105 special attack. You're not going to be doing 40% to... you're not going to be doing half to a Tyrantrum with... let me calc this really quick. Let's go... Electros. I'm just going to go with the Assault Vested set versus Aromatisse. Especially defensive, so I'm just gonna go for Calm. 252. How much does Volt Switch do? Volt Switch does absolutely nothing to Aromatisse, so that's definitely a choice Specs. Modest. Unless I screw something up, that's definitely a Specs Electros. The hell? It didn't change the item for me. Oh, through light screen, what the hell? Yeah, that's Specs. Alright, so I just need to make sure. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Medicham here. I can't go for high jump kick, which sucks, but I can go for Zen Headbutt, which is fine. Secondary stab allows me to take care of his bayonet and whatnot. So please. And down it goes. So can I take out his... Let me see. We realize Mega Medicham Adamant max attack, or 240 attack, does the same amount of damage to... it does the same amount of damage as a freaking... as banded Medicham. So high jump kick is an OHKO on Electros, so that's perfect for me, and I really just need to get my Glitchxcity out, and I win the game with Medicham high jump kick, as that's definitely a Specs Electros. If I miss high jump kick, I'm going to cry because this was a long battle for no reason whatsoever. So banded high jump kick will take out this Electros. Okay, good game. Oh my gosh, that was so difficult for no reason whatsoever. Whew. My goodness, this is the bottom of the ladder too. Like, what do you want from me? So I'm gonna go ahead and pause. We're gonna do one more. We're definitely gonna do one more. I will have time later, but for now I'm gonna let my computer decay. So I'll be back. It'll be like 2 seconds for you. It'll be like a couple hours for me. So I'll see you. Alright, so I am back. Let me see. So we're at 25 minutes in. Hopefully my dad does not come home for another 15 minutes because I got some stuff that needs to get done. But we do have an ambipom here, and that's going to be very, very... well, it's going to be kind of annoying if it's the, if it ends up being the fake out last resort set. But besides that, I really shouldn't have an issue. Let's see. What should I lead off with? I think I'm pretty safe leading off with my Regi Steel, as he's probably gonna lead off with his ambipom. I'm gonna go ahead and click that timer. He could also lead with him on top, but he decides to lead off with a Scun Tank. I'm gonna go ahead and fire off a T-Wave. If he decides to switch into his Jolteon, that's fine. I really don't care at all. But everything else really doesn't take this T-Wave well, and he doesn't have a Cleric to take to Aromatherapy. Wow, I'm about to create a new word right there. You don't understand how stupid that just was. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and protect here. I'm really at a loss for words as to what is going on. I have to leave. I'm really just gonna... why? Just why? Alright, let's go Stealth Rock up, because obviously he's not gonna go... He's not going to... I am really, like, dumbfounded right now. Like, what's your ranking? I've never seen a Pokemon use Dig competitively ever, and his ranking is not that great. So there's Fletchinder. Yeah, Thunderwave. I'm really... I have no words for what just occurred there. I really have no words for what just occurred there. So yeah, this is gonna be it. After this battle's done, I'm finished for now. Because he does have the Flame Charge Fletchinder, and I don't care because you're T-Waved now. And I'm gonna go into my Tyrantrum and Head Smash. You have nothing that... Okay, and he forfeits. I don't have time to do another. Actually, you know what? I'll try. If my dad calls me in the middle, so be it. I'll just end the video wherever he calls and go do whatever. I'll have to forfeit. But I can't end it on that. No, that was stupid. That was so stupid. So, let's go ahead and get another battle. Oh, look, a 3-battle session. Whoa, that's rare. So I'm going to pause until we find one, and I'll be back. Alright, so we got a little bit more of a threatening team here. He's got, Buskin Pass. I hate this strategy with a passion. Really, I really have nothing for Buskin Pass. This could end up being very, very troubling. So what I'm going to do here is actually, I could go into my Rantrum, and just... I can't afford... Actually, Golbat. Golbat has Infiltrator. That's beautiful. Alright, let's go. We're going to leave with Golbat just in case he decides to leave with that stupid Buskin Pass. And yeah, I really don't care about anything else. I just want to get this thing off the field, as he leads with his Jellicent instead, so that's fine. Golbat's going to be crucial to me keeping Buskin Pass from occurring, which really, I really need it to not happen. 1 second, you put my phone on the charger. It's dying on me. Wow, okay. My keys just dove off the table. Alright, so I do think I do have a safe switch into my Klawitzer. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Go into my Klawitzer, and I can't Dark Pulse because well, Jellicent's gonna switch out of a Dark Pulse anyway. So he will-o-wisp my Klawitzer, that's fine with me. He's gonna switch out of the Dark Pulse, so my best option would actually be to go for a Scald. If he does end up staying in, that sucks, but if he stays in, that sucks, and I'm probably gonna end up losing. But I do not want to risk him going out into his Pangoro and basically molesting my team. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for Scald. Please switch out. Please switch out. I mean, I just need to make this play. I really need to make this play. Do you? You suck. As he goes for Hex. Well, I lose the game now. I lose the game. So I'm actually no. Let's go to Aromatisse now. I really thought he would switch out because Dark Pulse is kind of threatening to Jellicent. I should have just listened to myself. My inner self was telling me to go for Dark Pulse regardless. So what I'm going to do here is actually go for Wish. There is nothing he can switch in on my... He literally has no switch in to Aromatisse other than his Cresselia, as Drapion still takes about half from a Moonblast. or a little less than half, I believe. Hitmontop gets, yeah, why would you do that? Alright, let's go for a wish. Let's go for a wish with Aromatisse now. He has no switching. He knows he has no switching. So what I'm going to do here is actually go into my I'm gonna go for a wish here. As he goes for the Scald. I'm at 22%. I'm at 21% with Glitchxcity. If I didn't take that Scald that well, nothing else on the team is going to. So I'm gonna go for Moonblast. Perhaps he'll think I'm gonna switch out and go into maybe his I don't know. That whole play just screwed me up. But it did allow me to realize that Aromatisse is probably a win condition here. So as he goes into his Drapion, and it does take it takes 41%. So you Black Sludge? Yes, you are. So that's fine with me. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my I could go into Registeel. Nothing is immune to T-Wave, so I'm gonna go. I could go ahead and do that, and get my rocks up, which is very important. And I could go into I need to have his Hitmontop out on the field. As he does go for the Poison Jab onto Registeel, it does nothing. I can go ahead and go for T-Wave now, safely on anything. Everything on his team. Paralyzing something on his team actually helps me out quite a bit. So he goes for the knockoff, gets off my leftovers, but I do get the T-Wave off on the Drapion. Where I could start spamming T-Wave, but that wouldn't be very helpful, especially if he decides to stay in. He could have Earthquake on his Drapion as well. He's already revealed knockoff and Poison Jab as his dual stab, but does he have Earthquake too? Yes, he does. So I have an option. I can't go into Tyrantrum nicely. Actually, I can. I think I can actually set up and win. Or at least I can try. Yeah, I think I just set up and... Yes, I do. He realized it. Because Tyrantrum comes in, sets up, and wins. Because I have enough defense to live in Earthquake, if that's what he wants to go for. I could also have switched into my Golbat and pulled a double into my Tyrantrum and done from there. But he decided to forfeit. Either he had to go, or he saw that Tyrantrum just wins there because of, well, Head Smash really just wins the game for me there. At +1, it doesn't really matter if his Combuskin is able to come in and get to +1 with his speed boost. It doesn't matter because Tyrantrum will outspeed naturally, and I basically kill his team. Pangrow would have actually still been an issue, to be quite honest, but... I don't know. I also have Medicham. Medicham comes in and revenge kills. Medicham also kills his entire team except for Drapion. And I don't know. I don't know why he forfeited, to be quite honest. But yeah, at +2, I believe Tyrantrum just wreaks havoc on the rest of his team. And yeah, his plan was to go into his Combuskin and have his Combuskin speed boost and pass into Pangaroo or Drapion, which is probably why he decided not to. He decided to forfeit because paralyzed Drapion is not really helpful, even with all the speed boosts. It just, it's slower than everything else. But that's gonna be it for me today. I mean, it sucks to end this way. It sucks to end like this or like before, and especially with that horrible play I made turn 1 going for turn 2, excuse me, going for Scald instead of Dark Pulse. But live and learn. So yeah, Mint Steel Chip just chilling there, 50%. So that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Until we meet again, alright, peace out. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to share this with all your friends, and don't forget to check out the BL Loyalist Cup. The rules are in the description. Well, not the description. The rules are in the comment section. The first comment, my first comment on that's usually on most videos. The rules are in there. On a paste bin, the sign up link will be right underneath that, and make sure you spread the word, share it with your friends, do whatever it is that you do to spread things. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Later.